Welcome back to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Before we jump in, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Leave a comment, let us know your thoughts on the content. We are talking about UFC 316 in this video, previewing this card. I got to tell you, man, for the first time in quite a while, I am actually really excited about a UFC card. The UFC for me, I love MMA, but man, at times it felt like it has just gotten watered the hell down. And I gotta say, this is a card that has me excited overall. It just does. It has me excited. And I mean, realistically, when you look at this card, it is a pretty deep card. You got two title fights on the card. That's big in itself. Just looking at previous cards, I mean, the last card was pretty good. It was. Um, but beyond that, there's been a bunch of, I mean, for lack of better words, to me, duds. I'm not a big fan of paying $1,000 for a ticket to go to a fight that has a guy who's 2-5 in his last 7 fights fighting in the co-main event. I mean, just being real. That's not something you should be feeding your fans with stuff like that. You know, but here we are again, UFC 316. This is the last fight card before International Fight Week. And I tell you what, this is one loaded ass card to me. It starts off with the championship fight, the main event, Merab Dvalishvili defending his belt against Sugar Sean O'Malley. This is part two. Merab put a beating on Sugar Sean in their last fight when he won the belt. He has since defended the belt against Umar Nurmagomedov. I am not the biggest fan of the fact that Sugar Sean O'Malley gets an immediate title shot after losing to Merab. I think this is slightly weak on the UFC's part, but it is probably the most sellable fight in the division. So it's hard to argue it when you know that there really isn't anyone else that people are all that interested or will be all that interested in watching fight. Because the one thing that Sugar Sean does have, if he has the ability to do it, if he can land that one shot, he's a sniper. And if he can land that one shot, he can put out Merab. That is what I'm sure the UFC is hoping for. Because when you look at the rest of the guys in the division, Merab will dust all these dudes. I mean, he'll dust Peter Yan. He'll dust Umar again, in my opinion. He'll dust Corey Sandhagen. He'll dust Song Yadong. There isn't a fighter in the division to me that has any chance against Merab Dvalishvili. He's eating the division up, and if he wins this fight, I just don't see any interesting fights in the division for him. But let's take a look at the overall card. That is the main event of the night, and I think it's one hell of a fight. I see it going the same exact way as it went the first time. Realistically, I mean, to say anything else would be a lie. I think it's going to be the same fight that you had the first time. I think Merab is going to just take O'Malley down, man. He'd be stupid to stand with him because if they stand, then he might have a problem. But I don't see that happening. Taking a look at the next fight, the co-main event is the fight that really everybody's clamoring for. Juliana Peña versus Kayla Harrison. I have never, by the way, Merab is a minus 325 and Sean O'Malley is plus 260. I'm surprised it's not a bigger number than that for Merab. But when you look at this co-main event with Juliana Peña and Kayla Harrison, it's like people think that Juliana Peña has absolutely no chance. Plus 525 for the champion, minus 750 for the challenger. I know people are getting all happy and hot and bothered about the fact that you know that Kayla Harrison basically mauled Holly Holm. Holly Holm was an old woman. I thought Holly Holm had a chance. Nah, man. I mean, I thought Holly Holm had a chance. Seriously. I want you to think about this for a second. Amanda Nunes in the first fight against Juliana Peña was only was a minus 800, and that's when she was dominating. It's when she was dominating people. When you think about that, that's when she's dominating everybody, and she's a minus 800, and Pena was a plus 500. And then you go to their next fight when the rematch happened, and Pena's a plus 210, and Nunes is a minus 250. Minus 750? Bro, that's insane to me. That's a huge number. You want to take that bet, you go for it. I think Juliana Peña is going to give Kayla Harrison real problems. She's got great cardio. She's tough as shit. Now, I mean, Harrison wants to fight Nunes. I think Nunes beats them both if she comes back. I think she beats them both. But I don't think that Harrison's going to run over Peña like a lot of folks seem to think. It's kind of like when Umar Nurmagomedov fought Merab, and there was the thought process that Umar was just going to run Merab over. And for 2 rounds, he had the cardio. After round 2, he was gassed the fuck out, and Merab dominated the rest of that fight. We'll see. I like Merab in the first fight. I'm leaning towards Juliana Peña in this one. I'm gonna be real. Championship experience. This is real bright lights. This is high pressure. She's she's beaten Amanda Nunes. She's beating Nunes. Come on. Like you can sit here and say what you want. Nunes wasn't in shape. I don't give a shit. She's beating her. And even in the second time, she took it 5 rounds. And I'm a Nunes fan. I'm a Nunes fanboy. I've been a fanboy of Amanda Nunes since before she had the belt. I remember when she was young and she had zero cardio. I mean, and would dominate early and then she'd fade late. I remember those fights that she had. I think Pena is going to be a tough, tough fight for Harrison. And they hate each other, which makes it even better. Like they legitimately don't like each other. I mean, I've heard Harrison say that I could never be friends with Pena, and I could see because Pena just is annoying as shit. And a lot of the stuff that she says and this trash talking stuff, it's just some of the stuff sounds weird, like walking taco. I still don't get what the fuck that meant that she said in one of those press conferences. But nonetheless, you go to the next fight, middleweight division between Kelvin Gastelum and Joe Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's a minus 380 over Gastelum. I mean, I don't know how many fights Gastelum's got left in the tank. Um, we'll see. Not really. That's not a fight that I would even have in the main card personally. Mario Bautista against Patchy Mix. This one's going to be fun. The former Bellator champion, Patchy Mix, is making his debut against Mario Bautista. We're going to find out the type of guy that Patchy Mix is. Unlike other guys who come over later in their careers from Bellator or whatever, this guy is here at a much younger age. How old is Patchy Mix? Let's see. He's 20-1. Patchy Mix is 31 years old. So you're getting him at a much younger age than you're getting these other guys at when they come over in their mid to late 30s. So this is the fight that I think is going to be one heck of a. I mean, you're going to see what the heck we got from Patchy Mix. You open the night out. I like Patchy Mix in that fight, by the way. Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. This will be a fun fight. These are two guys that are mid-tier guys that are never going to be more than mid-tier guys, but they're fun fighters to watch. As long as Holland stands and Vicente Luque doesn't look to just take him down and ragdoll him, this could be a fight of the night type of candidate. I'm shocked that Holland's at minus 270 in this fight. Actually, Luque hits hard. He's a skilled grappler as well. Great striker, but also a skilled grappler. Much better skills on the ground than Holland does, and if he takes him down, could be a rough night for Holland. We'll see on that one. Moving into the prelims, you got Bruno Silva, Joshua Van, Azamat Mirzakhanov versus Brenson Ribeiro, Sergey Spivak, Waldo Cortez Acosta, Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams is always in the pack. Thunder fighting Andreas Gustafsson. And I'm surprised we don't have lines on a bunch of these fights. Early prelims, Ariana Da Silva versus Wang Kong, Jeka Saragi, Jusang Yu, Kilan Salkid versus Yanel Ashmus, and Markel Medeiros versus Mark Chowinski. So that wraps up the fight card for the night. In the main card, I'm only picking main card. I like Luque, Patchy Mix, Joe Pfeiffer, Juliana Peña, and Merab Dvalishvili. Those are my picks for the fight card. I will tell you this: we will be going live for this fight card. We won't, obviously, we're not showing the fight on TV or anything like that, but we will have a live watch party on Saturday. I have it scheduled to start at 6 for the early prelims, but I'm thinking probably it'll be the 8 o'clock, regular prelims where I'll start the live session because it's going to go run for 5 hours. And maybe we get some people on with us who want to chop it up and talk about the UFC and the fights that we have going on during the evening. But I look forward to having y'all. If y'all want to jump on board, just the links will be available. It'll be live, so don't miss it. We're gonna be doing these more often as far as for numbered fight cards. Be like watching a football game together with your friends. But I'll be your friend on the computer, and you can check it out, leave comments. Maybe I'll even take some phone calls. So appreciate everyone jumping on board. Be sure to be there on Saturday evening to watch the watch party with me. And if you haven't done so yet, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Appreciate y'all so very much. This is Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down.